Hyundai Elantra. The Hyundai Elantra is one of those cars that has managed to carve a name for itself in the highly competitive world of compact sedans, becoming a symbol of progress for Hyundai as a brand and a reflection of how the automotive industry has evolved in recent decades. When we talk about the Elantra, we are not just talking about a car that has been sold in different markets around the globe, but we are also talking about the journey of Hyundai itself, a company that rose from being an underdog in the automotive world to becoming one of the most respected manufacturers in the industry today. The Elantra has always stood as a benchmark for affordability, reliability, and practicality, but over the years it has transformed into something much more, an appealing, stylish, technologically advanced, and performance-oriented compact sedan that appeals to a wide variety of drivers. The story of the Hyundai Elantra begins in the early 1990s, when Hyundai was still relatively new to many international markets and was striving to build a reputation that could stand shoulder to shoulder with Japanese automakers like Toyota, Honda, and Nissan. The first generation of the Elantra arrived in 1990, and while it was not revolutionary, it was a car that embodied Hyundai's determination to break into global markets with a product that was accessible to the everyday driver. It was designed to be affordable and simple, with the core goal of offering reliable transportation to families, young professionals, and anyone looking for a car that was easy to own and maintain. At the time, Hyundai was often criticized for not having the same level of quality and refinement as its Japanese rivals, but the Elantra was one of the vehicles that started changing this perception. It showed that Hyundai was listening to the needs of customers and was committed to building better cars year after year. As the years went by, the Elantra evolved with every generation. The second generation, which came in the mid-1990s, improved upon the formula by offering better build quality, more efficient engines, and slightly more refined styling. This was a time when Hyundai was working hard to gain the trust of skeptical buyers who often looked at Korean cars as budget-friendly but not necessarily reliable. The Elantra became an important tool in reshaping that image. By the late 1990s and early 2000s, the Elantra had started to earn recognition not just for being affordable but also for being dependable, with many owners reporting that the cars lasted much longer than they expected. This growing reputation helped Hyundai establish a stronger foothold in competitive markets like the United States, where buyers were beginning to see the Elantra as a genuine alternative to long-standing favorites like the Honda Civic and Toyota Corolla. The early 2000s marked an important turning point for Hyundai and the Elantra. By this time, Hyundai had invested heavily in improving quality control and manufacturing processes, and it showed. The third-generation Elantra, introduced in 2000, was more modern, more stylish, and more feature-rich than its predecessors. It came at a time when compact sedans were becoming more than just basic transportation, they were starting to offer comforts and features that were once reserved for higher-end vehicles. The Elantra offered strong value for money, often including features as standard that its competitors charged extra for. This was a clever strategy from Hyundai, as it allowed them to attract customers who wanted more for less. It was during this era that Hyundai also began to earn accolades for its industry-leading warranty program, a 10-year 100,000-mile warranty that gave customers peace of mind and demonstrated the company's confidence in the quality of its vehicles. By the mid-2000s, Hyundai had gained enough confidence to push the boundaries further. The fourth-generation Elantra, which debuted around 2006, was a significant step forward in design and refinement. It had more modern styling, better interior materials, and advanced safety features that appealed to families and younger buyers alike. It was around this time that the Elantra began to be seen not just as a budget-friendly option but as a stylish and respectable choice in its own right. Hyundai was no longer trying to catch up to its Japanese rivals, it was starting to compete head-to-head with them. The real breakthrough for the Elantra, however, came with the fifth generation, launched in 2010. This was the car that truly changed the game for Hyundai in the compact sedan segment. With its bold, fluidic sculpture, design language, the Elantra looked futuristic and dynamic, a far cry from the conservative and understated designs of its competitors. The car was sleek, with flowing lines and a coupe-like silhouette that made it stand out on the road. For the first time, the Elantra was not just about value, it was about style and presence. It appealed to younger buyers who wanted something that looked cool and modern without breaking the bank. The interior also impressed with its high-quality materials, thoughtful design, and a host of features that were often not found in cars of this class. Fuel efficiency was another strong selling point, as the Elantra offered excellent mileage at a time when fuel economy was becoming increasingly important. This generation was a massive success globally, winning multiple awards, including the prestigious North American Car of the Year in 2012. It signaled Hyundai's arrival as a serious player in the automotive world. The sixth-generation Elantra, introduced in 2015, continued this momentum but took a slightly different approach. Instead of focusing purely on dramatic styling, Hyundai decided to make the Elantra more mature, more refined, and more universally appealing. The design was more conservative compared to the bold fifth generation, but it exuded a sense of sophistication and solidity. This was Hyundai's way of signaling that the Elantra had grown up. It was no longer just a stylish alternative, but a well-rounded sedan that could rival the very best in the segment. The interior offered advanced technology, including smartphone integration, advanced safety systems, and driver assistance features that were once reserved for luxury vehicles. The ride quality improved significantly, as Hyundai invested in chassis development and suspension tuning to deliver a more comfortable and composed driving experience. The Elantra was becoming a car that could satisfy a wide range of buyers, from young professionals to small families, and even older drivers looking for a dependable and comfortable daily driver. Now we come to the seventh and current generation of the Hyundai Elantra, which debuted in 2020. This generation represents a bold step forward for Hyundai, both in terms of design and technology. With its parametric dynamics, design language, the Elantra once again turned heads with its daring and futuristic styling. The sharp lines, bold creases, and aggressive stance make it one of the most distinctive compact sedans on the market today. It looks more like a sporty fastback than a traditional sedan, reflecting Hyundai's confidence in pushing boundaries and appealing to a younger, style-conscious audience. The interior is equally impressive, with a driver-focused cockpit, high-quality materials, and advanced technology. Large digital displays, intuitive controls, and premium features like wireless smartphone connectivity and advanced safety systems make the Elantra feel far more upscale than its price tag suggests. Performance has also been a key focus for the latest Elantra. In addition to the standard fuel-efficient models, Hyundai now offers sportier variants like the Elantra N line and the high-performance Elantra N. These models cater to driving enthusiasts who want more excitement behind the wheel, with turbocharged engines, sport-tuned suspensions, and aggressive styling cues. The Elantra N, in particular, has received widespread praise for delivering thrilling performance at an affordable price, putting it in competition with hot hatches and performance sedans from more established brands. This shows how far the Elantra has come, from being a basic, budget-friendly sedan to now offering models that excite true car enthusiasts. Hyundai has also been forward-thinking with the Elantra in terms of sustainability and efficiency. Hybrid variants are available, offering excellent fuel economy and reduced emissions without compromising on style or comfort. This reflects Hyundai's broader commitment to electrification and eco-friendly mobility solutions. The Elantra Hybrid is a testament to how compact sedans can remain relevant in an era increasingly dominated by SUVs and crossovers. It offers buyers a more efficient alternative without requiring them to switch to a fully electric vehicle, making it an attractive option for environmentally conscious drivers. Throughout its journey, the Hyundai Elantra has symbolized progress and transformation. It has gone from being a car that people bought because it was cheap and practical to being a car that people buy because they genuinely want it. It has consistently offered more value than its competitors, often including features and technologies that make ownership easier, safer, and more enjoyable. This commitment to giving customers more than they expect has been one of the keys to the Elantra's success. Today, the Hyundai Elantra competes in one of the toughest segments of the automotive industry, going head-to-head with rivals like the Toyota Corolla, Honda Civic, Mazda 3, and Nissan Sentra. And yet, it holds its own with confidence, offering a combination of bold design, advanced technology, strong performance options, and excellent value for money. It is a car that appeals to both the rational side of buyers, who want reliability and efficiency, and the emotional side, who want style, performance, and modern features. When we look at the Hyundai Elantra as a whole, we see more than just a car, we see a story of growth, ambition, and success. It is a story of how a brand that was once underestimated managed to rise to the top by listening to its customers, improving relentlessly, and daring to be different. The Elantra is a car that has brought millions of people around the world into the Hyundai family, and for many, it has been their first experience of owning a brand new car. It has given people freedom, mobility, and pride of ownership, all while being accessible and dependable. The Hyundai Elantra is proof that with vision, determination, and innovation, even the underdog can become a leader. It has become more than just a compact sedan, it is a symbol of Hyundai's transformation and a testament to how far the company has come. And as we look ahead to the future, with electrification, autonomous driving, and new technologies shaping the automotive landscape, the Elantra is well positioned to continue evolving, continuing its legacy as a car that offers more than expected and continues to inspire confidence in drivers all over the world. The Hyundai Elantra is not just a nameplate that has survived decades in a fiercely competitive market, it is a model that has continuously reinvented itself to remain relevant, fresh, and appealing to different generations of car buyers. Every generation of the Elantra has represented a snapshot of where Hyundai stood at that time in terms of innovation, confidence, and ambition. If we go back to the early days of the Elantra, we find a car that was conservative, simple, and straightforward. But what really stands out when we trace its history is that Hyundai never allowed the Elantra to stagnate. With every redesign, the company introduced something that pushed the model further, whether it was bolder styling, improved efficiency, or advanced technology. This consistency in evolution is one of the key reasons the Elantra has managed to build such a loyal global following. When talking about the Elantra, it's impossible to ignore the role it played in Hyundai's strategy of gaining international respect. In the 1990s, Korean automakers were often treated with skepticism in markets like the United States and Europe, where Japanese and American brands dominated. Hyundai knew that to change perceptions, it needed a model that was affordable yet durable, stylish yet practical, and the Elantra became that ambassador. Owners who bought an Elantra in the early days often came with modest expectations, but many were pleasantly surprised by the car's durability and reliability. Stories of Elantras racking up hundreds of thousands of miles with minimal issues began circulating, slowly but surely changing the way people saw Hyundai. This gradual shift in reputation was crucial because it allowed Hyundai to gain the trust of a customer base that would return for newer models, and many of those early adopters became long-term Hyundai loyalists. One of the strongest selling points of the Elantra throughout its history has been value for money. Hyundai understood that in the compact sedan segment, customers wanted affordability, but they also wanted more than just a bare-bones car. The Elantra consistently offered features that felt generous for its price point. From the early days when Hyundai included basic comforts that were considered extras on rival cars, to the modern versions that come equipped with cutting-edge driver assistance systems and digital technology, the Elantra has always carried the reputation of offering more car for less money. This philosophy of giving more value has been a hallmark of Hyundai's strategy, not just for the Elantra but across its entire lineup. However, the Elantra stands out because it was one of the first Hyundai models to showcase this approach so clearly, making it the car that truly embodied Hyundai's promise to its customers. Another element that has defined the Elantra's journey is its design evolution. Hyundai has always used the Elantra to showcase its latest design language, almost as if testing bold ideas in the compact sedan segment before applying them to larger models. The fifth-generation Elantra's fluidic sculpture design was a striking example of this. Its curvy lines, dramatic headlights, and flowing profile were unlike anything else in its class at the time. While rivals like the Toyota Corolla and Honda Civic stuck to safe, conservative designs, Hyundai took a risk by making the Elantra look futuristic and stylish. That risk paid off, as the Elantra became a popular choice for younger buyers who wanted something that reflected their sense of style. Then came the current generation, with its parametric dynamics design, which is perhaps one of the boldest design directions Hyundai has ever taken with a mainstream sedan. Sharp lines intersecting across the body, a bold front grille that dominates the front fascia, and an overall stance that feels aggressive yet elegant. This is a design that divides opinion, but it gets noticed. And that's exactly what Hyundai wanted. In a world where SUVs and crossovers dominate, Hyundai needed to make the Elantra stand out, and the bold design ensured that it wasn't overlooked. For a compact sedan to still capture attention in today's SUV-obsessed market is an achievement in itself, and the Elantra does it with confidence. Inside the Elantra, Hyundai has made equally impressive strides. Over the generations, the interior has evolved from being functional and straightforward to being stylish, comfortable, and technologically advanced. In the latest models, the cabin feels almost premium, with features like dual digital displays that merge seamlessly, giving the driver an immersive and futuristic experience. The design is driver-centric, with controls angled toward the driver and a cockpit-like feel that enhances the sense of connection with the car. This is not just about making a compact sedan feel more luxurious, it's about changing perceptions of what buyers should expect in this segment. Hyundai has blurred the lines between mainstream and premium by offering features and quality that rival more expensive cars. Beyond design and features, the driving experience of the Hyundai Elantra has also seen remarkable improvement over the years. Earlier models were primarily focused on being economical and easy to drive, which they achieved well. But as the market evolved, so did buyer expectations. People wanted compact sedans that were not just practical but also enjoyable to drive. Hyundai responded by improving suspension tuning, enhancing ride comfort, and refining steering response. By the sixth generation, the Elantra had become a genuinely comfortable long-distance cruiser, capable of handling rough roads with composure while also feeling nimble enough for city driving. The latest generation takes things even further, especially with the performance-oriented Elantra N. With its turbocharged engine, sport-tuned suspension, and aggressive character, the Elantra N has proven that Hyundai is capable of building cars that thrill enthusiasts without abandoning the model's mainstream appeal. It's a balance that not many automakers manage to achieve, but Hyundai has pulled it off with confidence. Another fascinating aspect of the Elantra is how it has adapted to the changing needs of global markets. In North America, it has positioned itself as a stylish, feature-packed sedan that competes with Japanese and American rivals. In markets like South Korea, it has become one of the most popular cars, often seen as a symbol of modernity and youthful ambition. In other parts of the world, such as the Middle East and Asia, it is often chosen as a dependable workhorse for families, businesses, and even taxi fleets. This global adaptability is part of what makes the Elantra so significant. Hyundai has managed to tailor the Elantra to suit different markets without losing its core identity. It is always an affordable, practical, and stylish sedan, but the details, whether it's engine choices, features, or trim levels, are carefully adapted to match local needs. This versatility has made the Elantra a truly global car, with millions of units sold worldwide. The Elantra has also been at the forefront of Hyundai's efforts to embrace eco-friendly technologies. With the introduction of hybrid variants, the Elantra has positioned itself as a forward-thinking compact sedan for drivers who want to reduce their environmental footprint without sacrificing practicality or style. The hybrid powertrain combines excellent fuel efficiency with smooth performance, making it a compelling choice in today's market where environmental concerns are increasingly shaping purchasing decisions. Hyundai's move to include hybrid technology in the Elantra demonstrates its commitment to staying relevant in a rapidly changing industry and shows that the Elantra is not just surviving in the age of electrification but thriving. The recognition that the Elantra has received over the years also speaks volumes about its impact. From design awards to safety accolades and performance recognition, the Elantra has consistently been praised by industry experts. Winning the 2012 North American Car of the Year award was a major milestone, but what's even more impressive is that Hyundai has managed to keep the Elantra in the spotlight across multiple generations. It's not easy to keep a compact sedan relevant for over 3 decades, especially with changing consumer preferences, but the Elantra's continued success proves its enduring appeal. For many owners, the Hyundai Elantra is more than just a mode of transportation. It is often their first car, the car that takes them to work, to school, on family trips, and through major milestones in life. Thanks for watching.